RWBY is my favorite show ever. It has clicked with me in a way that no other show ever has. I fell in love with nearly every aspect of RWBY, no doubt to it managing to become a special interest of mine as a person with ADHD. I was obsessed with it. I still am obsessed with it. Everything from even the early animation style to the weapons, semblances, characters, designs, music, and story. RWBY was my everything. It is my everything. It's the show I love the most. But the things we love the most also have the capacity to hurt us the most, because we value them and their opinions beyond measure. We want them to be perfect, beyond reproach, flawless, and always catering to our sensibilities. That isn't fair to the creators, as the story is theirs to tell in the way they choose. However, by definition, shows accrue an audience. There isn't a show without viewers, so even though a show has a right to tell its story the way it wants to, it also has to respect the intelligence of its audience. A lot of showrunners and story writers are of the notion that the highest, most important aspect of a show is to be its unpredictability, to generate controversy and invest in the shock factor to get people to talk about or stay engaged with the show, which is all manners of pathetic, but we'll unpack that later. This was seen rather most blatantly with the final season of Game of Thrones. It makes me retroactively glad that I checked out sometime around season 5 or whenever it was that Jon Snow was killed. Not that I really cared about him. Team Cersei, by the way. The problem, however, is that this line of thinking defies very basic storytelling tenets, such as laying the groundwork for a reveal or building up to a twist by foreshadowing it with previous moments or scenes that lay the foundation for said twist. For a twist that appears with no build-up or payoff, that relies solely on being unpredictable and defying any sense of reasonable expectation, there exists a term: ass-pull. Consequently, it's not all that surprising when an ass-pull plot twist ends up being absolute shit. The reason I mention this is because RWBY, in all its infinite wisdom, engaged in a plot twist that resulted in myself and many other fans feeling cheated, betrayed, disappointed, and hurt. Hurt that our intelligence wasn't respected. That's not to say we're the smartest people in the fandom or anything like that, but more to say that we use reasoning just like everybody else to predict what is going to happen based on prior events and information we know, and then a reveal happens that spits in the face of all of that and defies literally everything that precedes it, and then expecting us to accept what is quite obviously bullshit. It just smacks of disrespect for the fans and our intelligence. The twist in question that I'm talking about, of course, is none other than the reveal of Adam Taurus' true, and I say that lightly and with a heavy asterisk, character. It's been 5 years and I am still irrevocably disappointed and immeasurably livid. I know it's been talked into the ground and the horse, or the bull funness as it were, has been beaten to death, or stabbed to death as it were, but I just need to say my piece and perhaps shut up forever about it, because I know all my friends and followers are really tired of me talking about it. So instead you guys get to hear it. You get to hear this diatribe. Today we're going to investigate the butchering of Adam Taurus.